Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about sudo. I'm going to show you some examples of when you should use sudo and when you should not use sudo and such things. Basically, this is a result of some of the videos that I saw from various Linux groups and security groups where I see that the trainers or the YouTubers are generally using sudo for every command. And that is not a very good idea. So I thought I'll just cover a quick session on when to use sudo and when not to use sudo and why sudo is required. Basically, why sudo is required is probably something that is known to everyone. Whenever you want to have temporary root permissions to execute some commands, you can use sudo to do so. But what you don't need is that you don't need sudo for running every command. So to make this demonstration, I have two windows open. One is this one with Terminator, which is running as super user, as you can see in the title of the window. The other is as a regular user, Amit AG, with few other groups. And this is, if I do ID, you can see is a sudo root user. Now, the first reason when you would like to use sudo is when you want to edit files which do not have permissions for a regular user to edit. So, for example, if I create a file here, as you can see, this is owned by root and root. Both user and group for this file are root and root. Only root is able to read and write into this, and all other users can only read from this file. So here, if I had to just read this file, let me put something into this file. Okay. So if I had to just read this file, I don't have to do anything. I can just read this file, right? I don't need sudo for reading this file. But if I want to edit this file, then definitely I need to ensure that I have sudo, and I can give sudo and then edit this file. This is added, and save it, and then I can do cat ak, and I can see that the file has been edited. Okay. So these are the cases where you would actually use sudo for editing a file, where the normal user doesn't have write permissions, but you want to write to the file. There could be cases where you want to use sudo for viewing a file where the normal user doesn't have permissions to view the file. And this I can show you with chmod 700 ak. So if I see this file now, you can see that other users do not have read permissions also. So if I do a cat ak here, it will not work. So I'll have to use sudo cat ak, and then I can read this file. Okay. And generally all the files on the system will be readable by other users. But if you specifically go to etc, there could be some files which are not readable by all users, and those are very sensitive files, and that is by design. Those files are not readable by normal user because that would be a security risk for the system. And one such file that you would see is the shadow file. Shadow file is only readable by root user and writable by shadow user, and normal users cannot read that file. So if I do cat etc shadow, I will not be able to do that. But if I use sudo and then cat etc shadow, then I will be able to read that file. Okay. So this is one of the reasons you might want to use sudo. The other reasons where you might want to use sudo is when you want to create a file with root user, or the for example, if I want to copy bin bash to this folder, and now if I want to do chown root for bin bash, this will not work because I am not allowed to do this, right? So whenever you see operation not permitted, then either you need the permissions of a specific user, or if you want to take it to the next level, then you can always use sudo user, right? So if I do sudo and then execute the earlier command, it will work. And I can show you that now it is owned by I have changed wrong binary. I had to change this binary. Okay, so now if I do ls -alrt or bash, I can see that it is owned by root user. So now a normal user cannot delete this file. If I want to delete this file with normal user, I cannot. Okay, the file can be deleted because it is still in my folder, and for deleting the file I don't need read-write permission on this. Now the other few reasons where you might actually need sudo to be used is when some binaries use specific permissions. A typical example of this is when you are trying to do Wireshark. So if you try to start Wireshark like this, it will ask you to enter the password. But this is not typically required if you just want to read a pcap file. So let me see if I can find a pcap file. Okay, there are some pcap files. Let me copy one of those. I don't even need to copy this. So if I say Wireshark and then paste that file name, as you can see, I am not giving sudo and I am running this as a normal user, and I can still use Wireshark. What I, however, cannot do right now is start a capture. The reason is I need sudo permissions for that, or root permissions for that specifically. That again, that depends on how your Wireshark is configured. There could be other mechanisms of giving the permission to you, but basically it needs some permissions which which are required by this binary to ensure that it can read from the interface. Okay, so now this I am on a virtual machine, so I will get some errors, but that's fine. I will not be able to capture it. That's fine. But I am not getting any error because of the OS permissions, but because I am on a VM and VM is giving putting some restrictions on it. Now, this is not the only reason where you would require sudo. There are a couple of other reasons where you might require sudo. For example, if you are trying to do a raw socket operation, that is one typical case I definitely know of where you need sudo permissions, right? So if you are using nmap with no options, probably you don't need sudo because it is doing a normal TCP connections. But if you are doing something very specific with some nmap parameters, then you might have to use sudo because it might have to basically do some raw socket connections. So that was it. Thank you.